Welcome to Fuel Your Drive.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Fuel Your Drive. I am your host, Josh York. Thank you very much, as always, for tuning in. And you know the deal. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a review. It means the world to me. Guys, I want to make today's episode a pretty quick episode. I've been getting a lot of questions around this, so I figured I would touch on this. But actually, first, before I get into this, I want to let you know, guys, if there's something that you'd like me to talk about on the podcast, please shoot me a message. You can send me a direct message on Instagram. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. But I would love to hear what you would like me to talk about. So please get those messages into me. But all right, so the other day, I got a question about, how do you find the right people for your business? And how do you grow, with those people? And how do you develop those people? Well, here's the thing, okay? It's easy to say, it's not easy to do, which is a line I like to always use. But in the beginning, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you're not going to really know what you're looking for. This is something that you need to develop, which is called emotional intelligence and understanding people and understanding the needs of your business and what needs to be filled. But what I would recommend is hire happy people. That's number one, right? Happy people are very important. And number two, you can always train skill. You can never train attitude. So I would always hire attitude over skill. That's very, very important. Now, in some scenarios, some positions might require experience, and that's going to be expected. So for those positions, yes, you want to make sure someone has experience, but still, the number one rule is make sure they're happy. Okay, because if they're not happy people, they're not going to bring happiness into your company. And if you don't have happiness in your company, well, you're not going to do very well, because that's going to pretty much become a cancer within your organization. And when you're around negative people, you become negative. When you're around positive people, you become positive. Well, same rules apply with happy. If you're not happy and you're hanging around a miserable person, you're going to be miserable too. So make sure you focus on that. That's number one. Now, number two, and I've touched on this a long time ago. I forgot what episode it was, but I'll touch on it again. You need to have core values. You need to have values within your company. You need to set those up, and you need to have those values aligned, with every hire that you hire. So you want to make sure they're aligning with those values. At GYMGUYZ, the words drive, determination, respect, integrity, versatility, and excellence. And we make sure every single person is aligned with those values, because if they're not aligned with those values, that's going to become a very big problem. And you need to make sure at the end of the day, those values live within every single person within that company. And if you run into some issues and people are not aligning with those values, they need to be removed from the team. It's very, very simple. Okay. So that's a very important factor. Now, look, I don't know how you're starting your business now. I'm going to just talk about how I started, so you can, try to compare and replicate from there. But I didn't have any money. So I didn't have someone backing me and have millions of dollars. I was working out of my parents' dining room. People were not taking me seriously. So what is something you can do to help when you're growing to get people to believe? Well, number one, that starts first with you. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. That's number one. Number two, you got to have energy, and you got to have the ability to get people excited. If you don't have the ability to get people excited and share that vision, well, that's going to create a lot of issues within your company, and you're not going to be able to align and hire the right people, because people are not going to believe you. So that's very, very important. So I would start there. But look, at the end of the day, here's what it comes down to, guys. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make those mistakes. Just make them, and make sure you don't make them ever again, right? So everyone gets a pass one time. So if you make a mistake and you hire somebody because they had a bad attitude, and then you hire someone again with a bad attitude, well, now you're screwing yourself up, because now you're allowing that to happen. I've always looked at the one rule in business is you always get one pass on pretty much all scenarios that are in business. Whether that's hiring someone, whether that's making a decision for growing and scaling or putting a new system in place. Those mistakes are what's going to give you those skills you need to continue to be successful. The bottom line, as I always talk about, is don't quit. That's it. You don't quit, you'll be very, very successful. But with that said, guys, quick episode. I actually got some travel to go to, so I got to head out soon. Anyway, guys, leave a review, like, share, tell a friend. Thank you. Until next time, fuel your drive. See ya. Legend.
legend.